I'm half expecting velociraptors to come running around the corner here. Ah! All right, well, careful of thorns, folks. Sunset of the salt marsh. Absolutely beautiful. You just got to enjoy it. What a treat. Yeah, sure enough, we got horses hanging out on the beach.
It's time to hustle.
Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome back to the DK Adventure Co. I'm Kyle.
I'm JR.
And we are here on the waterfront of the St. Mary's River. This river is the coastal boundary between the state of Georgia and Florida. So we are way down by the coast, and we've got another trip for you today. So just over here, we've got boats, and we're about to take this ferry out the St. Mary's River, and we're going to Cumberland Island, a barrier island off the southern coast of Georgia. And we're going on a backpacking trip. That's right, 3 days, 2 nights. We've got all of our gear ready. Once the boat takes off, we're heading to the island. We're gonna be sea-dwelling campers for a few days.
Oh yeah, really looking forward to it. Luckily, we don't have to drink seawater. There's fresh water. That's a little thing I was worried about, but man, I'm looking forward to seeing the horses, the armadillos, the boar, maybe not the boar, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. We're waiting on the boat, just taking in some of the sights, and we'll take off here in the next hour or so. Let's go. What up?
It's windy.
Aboard the Cumberland Island Lady here. It's a breezy 55, 56 degrees on this October morning on the St. Mary's River. Set sail. Bon voyage. Dead ahead is the island making the approach. All right, we made it to the island. So we're on Cumberland Island here, and currently we're at the Sea Camp Ranger Station near the dock. So the itinerary today, I've got the map here. It's going to be a long one today, but we're all the way down at the Sea Camp Ranger Station, and we're going to be going up the island and all the way up to these campsites right up here. It's going to be about a 10-mile hike. It's a little longer, but the terrain is super flat. You know, we're down here on the coast, so you know, we better get to it. Let's start the hike. We'll show you the sights. Let's go.
Trying to beat the dark.
Well, we've got a clearing coming up here, and we're gonna head towards the beach and check it out.
Enjoy some lunch.
Oh, prepare to get sand on your socks. See the horse prints?
Yeah.
It's the ocean. Hello, beach. Wow. Beautiful. Nice spot for a lunch break. We got subs, pub subs, Publix, and really excellent place to take a load off on this pristine barrier island beach. There is not a soul around except for the two of us. We've come about 2.5 miles almost, if you count the path behind us to get down to the beach here, which was a little bit of a detour, but I think well worth it. This is an excellent spot to take the lunch, and the weather's been super nice. I mean, it's overcast and it's, you know, 59, 60 degrees, but it feels good.
It's a little chilly with the wind.
Yeah, a little chilly, but after the hot summer we had, I'm thankful for this. And if the rain stays away and the weather stays like this, it'll be a nice afternoon, nice evening. Lunch is done and the journey continues. We've decided we're gonna hike along the beach for a little while because it's so nice out here, and that's basically where the trail runs anyways. It's parallel to the beach in the forest, and we can also be on the lookout for cool, you know, ocean wildlife, shells. Look out for dolphins, whales. Hopefully we'll see some of these wild horses that live around Cumberland. We've seen evidence of them from the moment we set foot on the island, but we have not seen a horse yet. More evidence of the famous wild horses of Cumberland Island. Still on the lookout for one. Okay, we see in the path ahead, we have encountered one of the wild horses that come to Cumberland. It is right in the middle of the path. So we're gonna have to get by it somehow, but we're, you know, gonna try to keep our distance and respect its space, because it is a wild animal, and they recommend, you know, that you just take pictures and move along.
No, I think it's looking at us.
Yeah, pretty sure it knows we're here, so maybe it'll give us a wide berth, but there's the wild horse. Real skinny, just hanging out in the path. I guess we're I don't know, maybe a couple 100 feet away. But boy, that's cool. What's going on, JR?
Just relaxing. What are we on, mile 6 to 7, something like that?
About 6.5 miles.
So we're in between, yeah.
Yeah.
Just you know, catching some rest, hanging out. This chair, I could take a nap right now, honestly.
Yep. The chairs are clutch. Some call them a luxury, but for us it's a requirement. So take a load off for a little bit. The clouds came back, so the sun's not out anymore, although that's kind of good. I'm feeling a bit tired. The terrain has been super flat. It's just the distance. You know, we still have maybe 3 miles or so to go. But I think we're making good pace. It's almost 2 o'clock now, so we'll get there by sundown for sure.
Yeah. We only got sundown's probably gonna be around 7 to 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we should make it as long as we're not stopping a whole lot after this.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm interested to see the campsite too. When we checked in, the park ranger told us that it was the nicest campsite in the island. So I'm interested to see what it looks like. Yeah, just relaxing and enjoying the scenery.
Oh, got myself a little skeeter on me.
Uh-oh. Oh, some thick brush here. Doesn't look like people have been through in a while. Alright, well, this is Tick City. Ah! Okay, so kind of a problem. This part of the path is pretty overgrown, and there is a downed tree. So we're gonna have to do a little bushwhacking and get around it. It looks like someone has already done a little bit of that. So this is a first, so it'll be a fun little diversion. Let's hope that we don't have to go too far off the path. Huh. In this way? Yeah, this is not ideal, but the detour to get around this path is even worse, so. Ah! Ow, watch out. Oh God, ow. Ow. Oh, you gotta cut that. Ugh, it's on me.
Thorned again?
Yeah. One got me really deep. My finger here. All right, well, careful of thorns, folks. We got to get out of here. Oh my God. Well, after ordeal, we went around that way and we emerged over here. So we kind of did a big loop around this tree. And what looked like a clear path wasn't necessarily that clear. We ran into brambles. In particular, I got pretty good in my knuckle. One of the brambles jabbed down. So I did a little first aid on the spot while we were over there, and I'm gonna take a closer look at it when we get to a good stopping point here. But we are on the trail now, so that's good news. Dramatic and harrowing experience.
Yeah, there was a lot more blood than I thought. what happened from that.
Yeah. That's an incredibly huge spider.
What is it called? The Joro?
Looks like the Joro. You almost ran into this, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't see it until it was like a foot from my face. I didn't like that.
That thing is huge. I think they're harmless though. Let's just let it be.
So says you.
Hey, checking back in. So we are on kind of the main road for vehicles in Cumberland Island now. We just emerged from the woods. That last bit of trail was definitely the most overgrown by far. We're in the northern half of the island, which is a nature preserve, so there's not permanent structures, you know, like campsites with infrastructure or anything on it. So this road here is a straight shot to camp though. We've only got a couple miles to go. This is 8.7 miles today so far, which sounds like a lot, but I'm feeling pretty good because the train hasn't been so bad. How about you, JR?
Yeah, you know, I'm a little fatigued in general, but I wouldn't say I'm feeling too crappy. I will enjoy sitting down and setting up camp though.
Yeah, at this rate it's almost 3:30, so if we continue a good pace, hoping to get to camp around 5 o'clock or so, that would be good. You know, give us time to set up and then chill out and then maybe eat dinner around sunset and figure out what we're going to do tonight as we settle in. And I was able to treat my wound. I got pricked pretty deep by a thorn and we had to bushwhack our way around that fallen tree, but we stopped at one of the water pumps they have available, and I was able to wash it off and, you know, sanitize it. Got some disinfectant wipes in the first aid kit, wrapped it up with bandage, so it's feeling good. You know, I'll take a look at it later today, but it had a lot of blood, but hopefully that was just because it poked me pretty deep, because it's all right now, so we'll see. All right, just enjoying the scenery. Oh, here comes a vehicle. Got to get out of the way. At a bridge here. Oh.
A little stinky.
Whew, yeah.
Swampy.
Behold, the salt marsh. We're not too far from camp now.
You gotta look out for the jogger.
Beautiful. Little armadillo on the side of the road. Letting us get real close. Hey, buddy.
Bro, he doesn't know we're here.
There's no way he knows we're here. He's just chilling. We're straight up right next to him. Armadillos are cool.
They are, but this one doesn't know we're here now. Keep it sweet. They're not blind, are they? Maybe he's old and blind.
Yeah.
Probably can't hear us either. Or he just doesn't give a shit. No reaction.
He's having a snack off, eating bugs out of the ground.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's not blind.
He's just preoccupied. 11.5 miles, and we have finally reached the trail that goes up to our campsite. So here we are. We're about to come up on the water, and looks like it's gonna be a nice place. All right, this is awesome. We finally made it. So this is the camping area, and my God, look at this view. We are right on this little beach area. So this is the salt marsh. We're facing west, and this is the end of the island, and that's the salt marsh, and then over there is the mainland past the marsh. And we have this big flat area to set up camping. And it's huge, it's gorgeous. We got trees. right on the water. This is gonna be awesome. So took the packs off. We're gonna take a load off and then take a look around, get situated, decide where we're gonna pitch our tent. The possibilities are endless. There's so much space here. JR is already getting his chair set up here.
Gotta chill. It's been a long day, been a long hike, had some mishaps, but we made it. What did we hit? Almost 12 miles, not quite.
11.6 miles today.
So I'm beat and I'm ready to relax for a minute and snack.
All right, well, let's relax and set up camp, and we'll show you how it looks after we do that. The only problem is you might be able to hear it. It's incredibly windy, and it's gonna be windy all night, and there's sand on the ground here too, so pitching a tent here poses problems in terms of tent stability with the wind and sand getting everywhere, getting in your tent. So JR is coming in a little bit off of there. Are you pitching your tent right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little creative, but I'm gonna try it at least.
Meanwhile, I'm retreating in a little bit. It looks like there's a previously used camp spot over here. So I'm just gonna pitch my tent in this little cove. It's protected by trees from the wind, so it's a lot less windy. Went ahead and threw my tent down and loosely staked it out. And then I will go ahead and pitch it. You guys already saw us pitch these tents, so I'll just pitch it. No need to run the time lapse again. I've got some footage I want to take of the sunset instead. Boy, it's real windy.
Yes, indeed.
It's very windy. All right, let's set up camp. All right, the tent is pitched. I've got everything set up, so I'll give you a brief rundown. It's not too different from what I had in our last backpacking trip to FD Roosevelt State Park. It's the Nemo 2-person. So got my pack and everything under the vestibule, and inside it's all the same gear: Nemo Disco, sleeping bag, Nemo Tensor, sleeping pad. The new addition to my sleep system is this. It's the Thermarest compressible pillow. It's not inflatable. It's got loft inside of it, so it can be cinched and puffed out. I'm trying that in combination with the Nemo Pillow to try to get some extra lift in there. But yeah, so far so good.
All right, gonna show you my home away from home. We got ourselves the Aurora 2P. I got my little chair out here. This will be mobile today. Got the vestibule. Yeah. As we talked about, the downside of this is the one zipper. Kind of annoying, very much so. It's a little dirty in here because I was kneeling, but got my sleeping bag, my Nemo Forte, got my Trail Scout. It's self-inflating. It's slowly getting there. I'll probably give it a puff or two at the end. Got a pillow and got my clothes kind of stuffed into the hood of the sleeping bag for a little lift. And then just kind of got everything I stashed in the corner here. I'll probably move that about as I need to throughout the night. Got some nice headroom. I got a headlamp I'll put up here on top and give myself some light, and maybe I'll listen to a NASCAR race later.
Yeah. Are you worried at all about the wind coming in off the water?
Yeah, there's supposed to be, what, gusts up to 20 tonight we were talking about, so it's gonna be interesting. This will probably be the windiest night I think I've ever spent in this thing for sure.
You gotta make sure your your fly is down taut and everything.
Yeah, I've already noticed at the front, if you come around here, you can see, this is what I was talking about in other videos, why you gotta tighten it down. See, there's mesh. So I gotta tighten these down to get this lower. So I'm gonna do that, make those adjustments, and it'll be a good test. So Nemo, this will be kind of road testing to see how the wind works with the Aurora.
All right, get a load of this. It's a really old style water pump, and you have to physically pump it to get the water to come out. And it's not drinkable as is. You have to filter it. So got my trusty life straw and gonna pump some water into it. This thing is crazy. You want to help me pump some water, JR?
Sure. So what's the system we're using today?
It's the life straw.
Oh, the life straw, same one from last time, right?
Yeah, the bladder and the attachment, same one I used at the Roosevelt State Park.
When was the last time you flushed that guy out?
Just before this trip.
Oh, very nice. I flushed mine out before and it flowed very well today.
All right, so here's how it works, it seems.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Oh.
You should be able, no, you got enough strength. You can do it while you're down there. There you go. You don't need a whole lot of pumps. There you go.
All right, that's easy. Much easier than getting water out of that little creek. It's Turtle Hollow.
I prefer this for sure. I don't know if I'll prefer the taste, but
let's see. I'll tell you what, this tastes better than the water that we got at the other pump that we were passing on the way up here. There's a couple pumps that we used to fill up.
The stuff that we didn't have to filter?
Yeah, although maybe it's because the filter was...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nice. So, hey.
We'll find out tomorrow when we go back over there.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we got both tents pitched. That means camp is done. Setting up camp is step one. So tell me, what comes after step one?
That's step two.
Step two. All right, I've tried a trick, so we're gonna see if it worked today. Okay, we are sitting, looking over the water now. Time for step two. So what I tried today is I've actually hauled beer out here. That's right, 11.5 miles. So what I did was I wrapped the beer cans, I put them in koozies, and then I wrapped them in my wool thermal, my merino wool thermal layer. And we're gonna see how that held up. The temperature was brisk today, it wasn't too hot. So,
how's it feeling?
What do you think?
This is versus mine, where I just had it in my side pocket in a koozie.
I mean, it's not cold. I don't know. I think mine's colder.
Yeah.
Mine feels colder, wrapped in the wool. So 2 layers of insulation. I think it's definitely colder than those sleeves that we had before.
Yeah, those things are pieces of crap. What'd you do with those?
I literally threw it in the trash. Yeah.
They didn't deserve a good send-off.
Yeah. Although, I mean, to be fair, being scientific, it was a lot hotter on that day, but I don't know. Those things were still junk. It just didn't work at all. So these held up nice. I mean, I wouldn't call that ice cold, but hey, it's a little cool to the touch.
Yeah, we'll keep workshopping things and we'll see what works, and if we do find something good, we'll definitely let everyone know.
Yeah, I'm looking for the perfect beer backpacking solution. What's a lightweight method to carry beer into the backcountry and keep it cold? You know, I don't know if ice cold is ever going to be feasible, but at least tolerably cold. So let's take a look at what we're drinking. Oh, by the way, koozie here. Step 2, Camping with Steve. Support Camping with Steve on YouTube. I picked up some merch, so happy to support him and his great channel.
And I'm a Rockies fan today.
Colorado Rockies.
Colorado Rockies, yeah. 30th anniversary.
Picked that up while I was in Denver. But anyway, what are we drinking today? We've got the 3 Taverns Ukiyo premium lager beer. This is a Japanese style.
Yeah, I believe it's a rice lager. Yeah, Japanese inspired rice lager. It's created to be kind of just a very light and crisp, kind of easy drinker.
Yeah.
Which, after a long day of hiking, that sounds great to me.
It's gonna hit the spot. I can't wait to try this and then kick back and maybe make dinner in a bit.
Yeah. Also, I love 3 Taverns. They have great beer, and I really enjoy this can art. I think it's awesome.
So cool. It looks like Japanese woodblock art. Yeah, 3 Taverns comes to us from Decatur, Georgia, so just outside of Atlanta. So hopefully this didn't get shaken up too much in the pack. Let's okay, I think it had time to settle since we got back to camp.
Well, yours did.
All right, so without further ado, I think we earned this 11.5 miles in a day with packs full of gear, enjoying the view, watching the sun go down over the salt marsh. Cheers.
Cheers. Why don't you show them the views as well? Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Right over the water there.
I'd say it was all worth it until my tent blows away.
If the tent blows away, that's just part of the fun, you know? You get to test your gear and see what it really stands up to.
Yeah, Nemo owes me one. This is good gear testing for them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's hitting the spot. I like this. This is good. Yeah, not too overpowering, just kind of crisp. I think that's what I need right about now.
Yeah, clean, crisp flavor.
All right, let's sit back and enjoy the view over here. Hope wherever you are, you're having a great day, and enjoy a drink with us if you so please to do so. We had 2 of the wild horses come up near our campsite. Okay, they're just, these horses are just wandering right up to our camp. They are getting closer and closer. They do not really seem to care. Where's he? Oh, this one's walking right up to my tent. I mean, they're just hanging out, eating moss and grass. Look, if they don't bother us, they don't eat our food, and they don't mess with our tents, coexist. Why not?
Where are they going?
You know, they're headed down the path. This one's right over here. Oh, hey. Oh, you walking up to my tent? Hey. All right. Okay, that's cool. Wow. For feral horses, they seem surprisingly chill. I guess it's just in the nature of horses to just kind of just be super chill all the time. Yeah, I mean, this is I don't think you could get this experience anywhere. This is crazy. Wow. And they're pretty too. They're nice looking horses. Yeah, and there goes a dolphin. Wow. Right by our campsite. That's awesome. JR.
Huh?
I think the appearance of that dolphin is a sign. What does it mean?
Fins up, baby. Super Bowl. I think 2 has taken us to the promised land this year.
Now we're just taking a walk around the beach here, seeing what's going on. Got the beer in hand. This is the last one I've got, so might as well finish it, take off the extra weight for tomorrow. JR, what you got there?
I'm also kind of trying to save some weight for tomorrow.
Doesn't that match your hat?
It does.
Can't see the hat.
Huh? Can't see the hat.
Get the hood on.
Blaming on Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Jack Daniels. Are you, is this sponsored content from Jack Daniels?
Yeah, they are paying me to hike a couple mini bottles of Jack 11 miles and drink it on camera. I'm getting paid handsomely for this, I'm sure.
Well, this is a cool area here. It's like, I don't know, like a field that turns into a beach.
Where the horses came from.
Yeah. And this marsh is nice. It's so the salt marsh is over there, and it kind of encapsulates the island. What you're looking at here is the ocean. I guess it's like brackish or ocean water, but it's in between the island and the mainland here. So that marsh over there is kind of a standalone island on its own right, and then beyond that, the tree line you might be able to see is the mainland, the Georgia coast. So this looks like the marsh we're coming up on here. I'm just seeing what's going on. The beach here definitely has a lot of detritus, I guess you might be able to call it. These look like clams or oysters.
Yeah, little clusters.
Yeah, these piles are everywhere, all over the place.
Little baby crab.
Tiny baby crab.
Hope I didn't step on anything.
We're seeing quite an array of wildlife on the island. I like the coloring. This is such a tiny little crab. Well, the sun just set, so we'll settle in for some dinner. So let's talk about what we've got. I'm keeping it simple tonight. I've got a freeze-dried meal. It's the Peak Refueled chicken coconut curry. This is a new one for me, so I haven't had this yet. You know, just pour in the boiling water and enjoy. And what have you got, JR?
I've got the Peak Refueled. This is the sweet pork and rice. So nice, I bought it twice. Same as I got last time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds familiar. So not a new one for you.
No, I do have a new one for tomorrow night that I'm gonna do. But like I said, I really liked this one last time, and I figured, like I said, I try to try a new one each trip, and tonight's not the night for the new one, so.
That's right, we got 2 nights here on the island. I'm trying something a little bit different tomorrow as well, but you'll just see that when we camp out. So gonna fire up the stoves, boil our water enjoy the rest of the sunset over here. I mean, the sun already went down, but the sky is beautiful, and it's so relaxing here. It's getting pretty dark here, but our food is all cooked. I got my chicken coconut curry that I was making, so there we go. Let's see how it tastes. I mean, it smells pretty good. So after a few bites, I gotta say, the chicken coconut curry, I think is my favorite dehydrated meal I've had yet. It's good. It's got some real flavor to it, and vegetables, chicken, rice. It's like, it almost tastes like a real meal, like a microwave meal that you might get at the store. So I definitely recommend this one. This one's really tasty. I've had a few that have been hit or miss, and the main thing for me is just the flavor isn't always there. You know, it's kind of filling you up, but it's just a little bland. So this definitely has good flavor. Recommend this one for sure. All right, dinner was good. It's basically pitch black out here, and it's getting a bit chilly. So because of that, I'm gonna make a little drink to cap off the night, and I'll share the recipe with everybody. It's a little camp cocktail. So here is the recipe for a apple cinnamon hot toddy. It is a super simple recipe, just 3 ingredients. All you need is some tea. I've got apple cinnamon tea here. Some water, got water in my life straw, and some whiskey. So today I've got the Piggyback 100% rye whiskey, aged 6 years. Got a little mini bottle of it. And all you do is boil up your water in the kettle, steep your tea, and then you just add the whiskey to it, mix it up. It's really simple. So let's get it fired up. All right, we got the tea steeped in there. Looks good. So go ahead and serve it up. I got my mini mug here, collapsible mug. So put the tea in. And then you add the whiskey in. So like I said, it's the Whistle Pig Piggyback Rye. You can really use any whiskey, it's fine. Just whatever you have on hand, you know, bourbon, rye, Irish whiskey might be good too. Just pour it in and enjoy. Cheers. Camping hot toddy. Simple and easy, and eases a sore throat and warms you up before you settle in for bed. Nice on a chilly night like this. It's damn good. Drink responsibly.
Well, it is nighttime, about 8:30. The moon is not super huge, so there's not a whole lot of natural light, but you know, today has been filled with good adventure through some narrow paths. We applied some quick first aid. We had a few beers, a hot toddy. We saw some cool wildlife.
Yeah, so much cool wildlife. I don't know, we must have seen 4 or 5 armadillos, 3 wild horses, dolphins, crabs, cool wildlife out here.
Yeah, so it's been a great day, but we're just gonna wind it down and look at the stars for a little bit, and probably turn in a little early tonight since we can't have a fire. So
yeah,
signing off until tomorrow.
Yeah, unless something interesting happens, and then you'll see it, but otherwise, good night.
Good night.
Good morning. It's kind of a cold one this morning. Just woke up, so let's see what's going on in the world. Nice to wake up to. let's make some coffee and breakfast. Get the day started.
Morning, everyone. This is us reporting from, what is this? I guess this is kind of our RC camp. I slept pretty well. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good, pretty good. We turned in a bit early because no fire and nothing really to do after it got really dark. So yeah, just watched YouTube for a little bit. Got great phone service out here because we're right by the mainland. So watched a few YouTube videos and had some fits and starts, but eventually drifted off to sleep and managed to get plenty of sleep. Going to bed so early.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. So this morning is a little chilly. Woke up, it's probably in the high 40s, low 50s. Got long sleeves, thermals on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just here kind of cooking breakfast, getting the day started.
That's right. I've got some granola, blueberry and almonds, about to fire it up, and a little bit of coffee. So this is a new coffee product I'm trying for the first time today. So we're all going to learn how to do it together. I've got Kuju coffee, single serve pour over coffee. So this is specifically geared towards like backpacking and camping. So I'll see how it is and we'll make it together in a second. What did you got, JR?
I got maple and brown sugar oatmeal, as always.
Nothing fancy, just regular oatmeal off the shelf.
Yeah, easy peasy. Throw some water in it and eat that guy.
All right, well, let's get fueled up to start the day. Okay, this is the Kuju coffee, and how it works is it's a little tea bag that's got pre-ground coffee in it, and it's got these little struts on the side, cardboard struts that expand and let you stick it over a cup like a pour over. Let's try it out and see. So you grab it and stretch it out like this. Yeah, so it works like that, and then the top here you tear open, and I got my water, and when my water's hot I just pour it right over this. Let's try the pour over. So in practice it's going to behave like any other coffee pour over. It's just got this clever little design that lets you stick it in a pouch that's only a little bigger than your common tea bag. So I think it's a really clever design. It's set up pretty easily. You know, I was able to do it just right here. This was the first time I ever set one of these up, so I didn't really need to struggle with it too much. And we'll see how it tastes. It does come with a bit of a premium on the price, of course, so I bought a box of this from REI. There were 6 in the box, and I believe it was $15 for that. So you're thinking this is around $3, a little less, a little more than $3. No, a little less than $3 per cup. So you're paying Starbucks prices for this. I mean, maybe old Starbucks prices. These days Starbucks coffees are like $4 or $5. So I'll just pour this. I already pre-portioned my water out, so I'll just pour this until it fills up and it finishes brewing, and then try it out and see how it tastes. Had a little bit of an accident. It tipped over and fell in. Maybe I didn't have it set up stable enough. So I think we're good. Spilled some of the grounds in the coffee, but I guess when I drink it I'll get a mouthful and find out just how much. Okay, once you're done you can kind of pinch it back into a tea bag. It looks like it would be best if you had some kind of bag to seal it in so it doesn't spill. Maybe throw it in your dehydrated bag or have a spare food bag. Alright, let's taste that morning cup of coffee. Here you go. You got the Kuju Ethiopian blend. That's delicious. With what it took to make it, wasn't really hard at all. I think this is yeah, that's damn good for coffee that came pre-ground. Most of the time I grind my beans ahead of time and just bring that ground. Nothing fancy unless I find something. But this is good. Ethiopian coffee is one of my favorite kinds of coffee. So I think they delivered. It's a little pricey, and I think it's got a little bit of a learning curve to avoid collapsing it into your cup like I did. But I think it tastes pretty good. So if the price seems reasonable for you, definitely recommend the Kuju coffee. That's where the tent was, and now got everything packed down and gotta put it all into the backpack. So looking at the route for today, we've still got some ground to cover, but it's going to be a bit more of a chill day given that we have less mileage and we're getting started a little bit earlier. You know, maybe an hour and a half or so, because we not in a rush to get packed up here. But we're up at the top of the island up here, and our objective is to go south and then go over to the west side of the island and go see this portion of the marsh, and then go down to the plum orchard, hopefully in time for lunch, and then we can cut over through the wilderness trail and then get back down to the beach, which is where we're going to camp tonight, right here on the beach. So that'll be cool. I think we should take a look at the beach after the sun goes down. That might be interesting.
Possibly.
Yeah, so looks like we got a full day ahead of us with all of that. It's 7 miles or so directly from our campsite to where we're camping, but since we're kind of snaking down the shoreline, I don't know, I think what, like a 8.5 mile day today, hopefully.
I think it'll probably be closer to 10 if we do it the way you just described.
10?
Yeah, probably.
We can do 10 easy.
Yeah. Did we do 10 easy yesterday?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say easy, but we did it.
Well, I guess we better get going.
Yeah, we'll rest here for a minute and be on our way.
Mm-hmm. See you on the trail. Hey, so we're back on the trail now. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is out. It's quickly warming up, about 55 degrees now. Feels about perfect. We're kind of sad to pack up and go because that was such an excellent campsite, but we've got more to see, so that's what we're on our way to do. Wow, so we're not even 10 minutes into our hike, and across the road here we saw basically a herd or entire family of the wild boar. There were 7 or 8 of them, big and small pigs.
Yeah, about 3 full size and probably 2 that were like really small.
Yeah.
2 that were smaller.
Definitely got to keep our distance, and hopefully they don't find interest and come turn around back onto the road, because they just crossed here about a minute ago, and they went into the woods right over there. These trees are where they crossed, so they came from the right. It's actually where we're walking today, is over on the trail on the right, so maybe there's a lot of pigs.
Big Jurassic Park vibes at this part. I'm half expecting velociraptors to come running around the corner here.
My best dinosaur roar.
All right, we just finished the whole Kings Bottom Trail. Pretty good hike, and the trail was pretty overgrown, so definitely wilderness in there. And now we've come up to a bigger trail. It's more of a vehicle road, but you know, still more wildernessy. So maybe ranger vehicles, ATVs. And we're heading down to Plum Orchard. Plum Orchard is cool. Just wait and see. If you don't know what we're talking about, you're in for a treat. Came upon a couple more horses. We got one just chilling on the side of the trail and one walking right towards us. Wow.
They don't look anything like any of the horses we saw yesterday, so.
No?
Oh, geez. All right, he doesn't seem super happy, so.
Just gonna go on our way. And the other horse walked into the woods here to our left. And there goes the other one.
That is a big horse. God.
Well, this one's got a pretty pattern on it, and it looks a bit bigger and plumper than the ones we've seen.
That is a big horse. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he is definitely plump compared to the other
Yeah,
one.
I like the pattern on it. Oh, there he goes, trotting away.
Oh, God. He's running.
All right, see you later. Well, we've approached a big open area, and there are signs of life here. Man-made structures, including one very large one dead ahead. Welcome to Plum Orchard, former home of the Carnegie children in centuries past. Now an attraction here on the island, and for our purposes, a place where we're going to eat lunch. Let's go around front and take a good look and find a spot to sit down and have lunch. Feels good to take a load off. We just hit 5 miles hiking today when we rolled up here. Let's take a look at this mansion real quick. So the mansion here, Plum Orchard, was built by the Carnegie family in 1898, one of several mansions that they built on the island for their family. And it's beautiful. It's maintained and owned by the Park Service today, and they keep it up to date, and you can go inside and tour it. And I think if the Carnegies on the island were still around today, they would just be overjoyed that I'm devouring this giant summer sausage in their front lawn after hiking in the dirty sand for 5 miles. And JR here agrees, don't you? Let's go for that. What's that sausage?
That's a summer sausage. It's the same, nope, it's not the same brand as yours, but yeah, a big old pound of summer sausage and crackers.
Oh, you're making little Sammies?
Making little sandies.
Nice. Do you think that the Carnegies, the spirit, inhabits you while you eat the sausage?
Yeah.
All right, lunch is done. We got to fill up some water, so we've got several water sources around the mansion. Nice water sources that you can drink from.
What'd you do to make him mad? He didn't like that.
Must be a good life to be a horse out here. You get all this land in front of this nice house. And you just get to do your own thing on a beautiful day like today. Look at that, no clouds. Well, Plum Orchard has been nice, but our bellies are full and it's time to press on. We've got more hiking to do. Adios, caballos.
Goodbye, stranger, must be nice. Hope you find your paradise. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again?
Sweet devotion.
Sweet devotion.
A new fashion accessory. This is a bug net, the Sea to Summit head net. The gnats on this trail are just annoying and go in your face, so it certainly comes in handy. And maybe all the gnats, when they can't get to me, they'll just go back to JR instead.
Yep, can't wait for this part of the trail to end.
What's up? So we are resting just over by the river that we crossed over there. So that's the old river of the Old River Trail. Take it easy for a little bit, rehydrate and let the feet and legs rest. We checked the map and we've got maybe 2.5 to 3 miles left to go today. Definitely on the final part. It's 2 o'clock and we've gone 7.6, so decent mileage today, right?
Yeah, not bad. We got about 3 miles to go, so hoping to get to camp before 5 o'clock.
Yeah, how's the hike feeling today?
It's not bad. This last leg kind of stunk just because of all the bugs, really. That was definitely the worst part.
Yeah, I mean the Old River Trail is the least maintained that we've seen today as well. It's a little overgrown in parts. There were a couple parts where we lost the trail. Here in Cumberland Island, they don't do blazes on the trees to mark trails. They do little guideposts every so often with just an arrow telling you which way to go. So it's a little easier to lose the trail, especially if it's not maintained, because there's not something keeping you on track. If you get separated from those guideposts, the tree markers are helpful, because when they do those, they tend to put them, pretty often, so you know that you're within them.
Yeah, we've definitely encountered a number of situations where you kind of go into a clearing and it's not exactly clear where the next part of the trail goes. So we had to look at the GPS and kind of reevaluate our path a little bit. So, But we haven't gotten lost yet. We've just gotten close.
Yeah, having a GPS really comes in handy. If you got something like All Trails or Gaia or Onyx, those help. I've been using Gaia on our trip this time, and it's got, the path of each hiking trail. So if we got off trail, I could point and you know, physically point my phone and it'd say that way, this way. So it's useful. Oh boy. All right, so I mean, it's a nice little shaded area here. So we are gonna continue to relax and get back to hiking here in a few minutes, and then make the final press on to camp. Then we can really relax the rest of the day. Well, we've really found where the horses like to go. There's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Across the street over there in the distance, there's also another couple. This here actually is an airport. It's a grass runway. Looks like they use if they need to make plane deliveries here to the island. That's cool. And I guess the trimmed grass is perfect for attracting all the wild horses. So this here is the Stafford Cemetery. I've got a little bit of background because we were curious who was buried here. So this is just off the main road, and it's a really small cemetery with only a handful of graves. And it's the Stafford family. So over here is Robert Stafford and his mother and his sister. Stafford was born here in 1790, and he grew to become the largest and wealthiest landowner on the island. He died in 1877, and he was buried here. He didn't have a wife, but his family was buried here, his mother and his sister. A very interesting grave here, though, this one in the middle. It's much newer than the others, as you might be able to tell. This is Thomas Hutchinson, who is a Scottish golfer. So the Carnegies, by the time of the late 1800s, had owned a lot of the land on the island, and they were big golf fans, and they invited him over, and he played in the 1900 Open, and while he was visiting here, he died after falling off of a horse. So at just age 23, he came here and he died. And for some reason, they say they don't know, but he was buried here on the island instead of sent back to Scotland. So at the time, the Staffords were gone, and the cemetery wasn't being used for anyone new, so the Carnegies just decided to put him here. Interesting story. So this is a little piece of old history here. Everyone in front of you passed away over 100 years ago, some 150 years ago. And the central part of Cumberland Island is home to a giant field. You saw earlier all the horses. They were in a part of it that was an airport. And the part that you're looking at now used to be a golf course for the Carnegies. Now it's since kind of grown over. But apparently this whole patch of field in the middle of the island was, like a lot of these areas back then, a cotton plantation. Piece of trivia behind this was that the cotton gin was invented here on Cumberland Island. Eli Whitney was here back in the day. But you know, I mean, not the greatest of histories, but one certainly worth knowing when you're in the area and seeing the place and how it's changed over the years. Now it's just a field for horses. Horse population here is thriving. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the distance 5, 6, 7 horses right here, all hanging out. There's a baby right there too, a little one.
Are they foals? Is that a
yeah, foal.
a young horse's name?
Wow, they're pretty. Hey, we made it to the campground. Now we just need to find which one is our site.
I think this is a number 1.
Is that us?
don't know what else that would be.
All right, well, we're gonna take a look at the reservation and then plop down at one of these campsites. We're still settling into camp here, just relaxing. No need to set up camp right now. I mean, no rush, right?
No, what is it? Not quite 4 o'clock, and sundown's probably right around 7.
Yeah. I mean, we actually ended up making fantastic time based on our original prediction to be here, I don't know, 5 or after 5. So the breakdown of the hike today was we started hiking around 9. We got to our camp around 4 o'clock after 10.2 miles of camping, approximately, according to my watch tracking. Yeah. So that's a good bit of distance. I mean, yesterday was a bigger day, 11.6 miles, but today was not too far behind. We took the detour to go to the Plum Orchard Mansion, and then we took the detour to go around on the Old River Trail.
Regret that.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
No, there was just fine. There was a lot of bugs on it. That was the cruddy part.
Yeah, that trail had a lot of bugs, and
it wasn't super well marked.
Yeah, it was a bit overgrown and didn't really add much to the journey, in my opinion. There wasn't really any good sights that we hadn't seen, like some of the other trails had to offer. But yeah, I mean, we made it to camp. We're making good time, so that gives us plenty of time to relax. We can hear the ocean from here. We are facing east, and there's the ocean is just over there. I don't know, maybe a half mile from here, if even that. So we'll probably go check out the beach in a bit. I mean, we were at the beach yesterday, but I might want to go dip my feet in the ocean at this point. That might feel good, even if it's freezing cold. I don't care at this point.
Yeah, yesterday when we hit the beach, we just kind of hiked on the beach and had lunch. But today we can really just... Maybe we'll bring these little chairs down right to the water's edge and just sit in the sand.
No, I think that would be great. But definitely more sore than yesterday. Feet hurt. That's to be expected. The part that I'm really dreading is going to be tomorrow morning. We are about 3 miles from base camp.
3.5.
Oh, no, stop. Don't add any more miles.
3.5. I'm just telling you what.
3.5 miles from base camp where the dock is for the ferry. We have to be there by 10:15 at the latest. Hopefully around 10 if we can. So 3.5 miles by 10 a.m. means we're probably going to have to get ready and get out of here by, I don't know, like 7:30 or so.
Yeah, if we get on our way at 7:30 and we just beeline, we should make good. We make good time hiking. So
yeah, I think so. I mean, we're just going to take the most direct route. So maybe that's being, or overestimating the amount of time it's going to take us to get there. But that's unfortunate. So that means a early morning. We're going to take a look around camp here in a few minutes. There's water here. The map claims that there's restrooms and showers, but I don't really see where those would be. There's a few other campsites around here as well. It's a more developed campground than the one we stayed at yesterday for sure. Yeah, like I said, the campsites here are a bit more developed. So we've got benches. They've got bear boxes at every site. We just call them bear boxes. There's really no bears here, of course. I've got all my stuff laid out. We've got a fire ring and a grill grate at every site, so that's cool. They allow fires. And there's even a full-fledged restroom and bathhouse with campground information. Cool. All right, we got the tent set up, just hanging out, and we're about to head down to the beach. Looks like JR has some visitors. And it looks like they're
also
going to the beach too. That's the path we were going to take.
Are we also going to the beach then?
How close did that horse just get to you?
He was about right, kind of just looking at me, and I didn't want to look him in the eye.
So you could have reached out and touched it?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't want to. Horses are kind of scary, man. Especially wild ones.
Well, we'll give them their space, but head down to the beach.
I just heard thumping behind me, and I was like, that sounds loud. Dude, that thing ran up on us. That was kind of quiet.
I hope it doesn't gallop into us while we're going through this portion of the trail.
Very narrow, yeah. Is a horse about to just plow us over?
Hey.
Is that the same horse?
Yeah, that was a fat one.
Where did he come from?
Horses like to go to the beach like the rest of us, okay?
That they do.
Yeah, sure enough, we got horses hanging out on the beach. Just chilling and eating the dune grass. All right, what's going on, folks? Let's see what's going on the beach today. We got a big boat here. They look really close to the shore. Got all kind of birds running around. I guess they're getting a piece of the fish. Wow. Huh. Well, I don't know how it could get any more relaxing than this. So naturally, we've got to enjoy another step too. We got the Jack Daniels, and I've got Buffalo Trace bourbon. Really love this stuff, so glad I was able to pick up a bottle. So, to our finest backpacking trip yet. Cheers.
To the horses.
Well, that was a good time we had on the beach, and now it's time to go ahead and start settling in for the night. So we got the sun setting here within the next 30 or 40 minutes. So next order of business, get this fire started. Okay, so we got a little pile of kindling here and some Spanish moss, and then we've got a decent stock of wood over here. The last camper was nice enough to leave 2 pretty big logs. So we should be able to keep this fire going for a little bit. Not too long. You know, we're going to turn in a little early tonight, same as last night. I've got my Strike a Flame fire starters. These are great. I've used them in a couple videos already. You can get them at the grocery store. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Ooh!
Flame up.
This is gonna flame right up. Yeah, this moss looks highly flammable.
Oh, maybe.
Eh?
Maybe not.
What do you think? Should I light the moss on the other side?
Yeah, it's fine. It'll get there.
Ooh! It burns bright and quick. So it's just good for getting a spark going. We'll see how this burns, and then break down and process some of that wood and build a little teepee fire.
For dinner tonight, I have the beef pasta marinara that apparently Kyle had last trip. I kind of forgot about that, and he said he didn't like it. So I hope I do.
Hey, you know, just because I didn't care for it doesn't mean that it won't turn out well for you. Just be sure to put the right amount of water in it and really give it a good stir.
All right.
And maybe it'll get the flavor in there a little
Yeah,
bit
this will be good. Maybe for things we said are bad, we give a second. This is giving a second chance, right?
Oh,
so,
it gets a second chance at life. That's good. That's good. Okay. And as for me, I'm doing something a little different this time. Kind of doing a little bit of a cook, not necessarily dehydrated meal. So I got some Kraft mac and cheese spirals, and I've got the Sun-Kissed Chicken Creations buffalo chicken. So what I'm gonna do is cook the mac and cheese in my kettle and mix it up with the cheese, and then add this, and the idea is buffalo mac and cheese. So I've never tried anything like this before, so I hope it turns out well. All right, we got the water boiling in my kettle down here. So I'm gonna put the pasta in and let's give it a try. Basically, like cooking it at home. Shouldn't make too much of a difference, you know. Boil it for a few minutes, drain the water, put in the cheese. I don't have milk or butter or any of the fancy things, but you really don't need that to make Kraft mac and cheese at home, now do you? Hey dear. Huh, cool. Well, I got my pasta going now with the heat down low. You live and learn, because I had it on full blast and I didn't realize that the addition of the pasta would make the boiling water overflow the spout of the kettle as well as the top, so it got all over the camp stove. Over here, I tried to start it again and the little gas spout seemed flooded and it was bubbling, so it didn't seem like I should start it, so I just switched over to use JR's stove on loan and turn the heat down and stir it up for a few minutes until the noodles seem good, and then I'll put in the flavoring and the chicken. Backpacking buffalo chicken mac and cheese. It looks pretty good. Let's taste it and see if it tastes good too. I think mine turned out great. It's good. It's really good for a backpacking meal. It's fresh mac and cheese.
Fresh is a word for sun-kissed out of the bag, but yeah.
It's like freshly cooked, I guess. It's not like I don't know, but it is pre-cooked noodles with boiling water. I guess it reminds me more of a home style meal.
Yeah.
You know? So the beef pasta marinara, we're both pasta boys tonight. How's the beef pasta marinara?
It's not terrible. I think I agree with your assessment from last time that like the flavors aren't super strong. They're definitely muted.
Okay.
It's definitely filling, and you know it's fine. The noodles have done well. I guess the beef has not gotten completely hydrated. That may have been my fault.
Is it chewy?
A little bit chewy.
Mine was chewy when I had it. Might
But,
just be a problem with this meal.
Could be, yeah. But it's still good. I enjoy it. It'll fill me up, and would I buy it again? Yeah, maybe. If I found this just kind of randomly in my bag, I'd be fine with it.
Okay. And mine is great. I recommend anyone try it. I think also part of these is it's more fun, like when you cook a little meal where you add ingredients to it instead of just pouring the water in the dehydrated meal. That's what I was going for with this, was I wanted to do a little more advanced. Not that this is super advanced, but
Do some sous chef, yeah.
Beyond the hydrated meals, it's a little more intensive to think of the recipe and put the stuff together. I mean,
You are a backpacker chef now.
I don't know about that, the Backcountry Gourmet. The main thing that's going to be annoying is got to clean this kettle out after I eat this, but we've got water spouts in camp, so it should make this a breeze. If we were in the backcountry, it would be kind of annoying, where I didn't have spare water, but here it should be fine. So we'll keep stoking the fire here and enjoy dinner.
We have created fire.
We got a real nice fire going. I whipped up another hot toddy, so it's time to kick back and just watch the fire and reflect on all the backpacking we've done this week so far. Got to turn in early tonight. We've got a really early one tomorrow. So unless we see anything interesting, that'll be signing off from us for the night.
Good night, everyone. Hope everyone's warm and cozied up, maybe also by a fire.
Hell yeah. got up early enough to go watch the sunrise over the coast. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice. Got out here about 7:10ish and just kind of got to hang out and really enjoy the morning, enjoy the sights.
That's right. And in fact, we're already all packed up. We got our stuff at camp, so we're just gonna head back to camp. We've got 3.5 miles, and we've got to be down at the dock to catch our ride out of here. So we're hoping to keep good time. I mean, hopefully we got up early enough where we don't have to rush too much. But man, sure wish we could stay and hang out on the beach all day, but the trip is about to come to an end. Today's hike is relatively unremarkable. Really just down the main road where the cars on the island drive. We're just taking the most direct route possible to get to the dock so we can catch that ferry on time.
Oh no.
And as we come up to our
Don't do this. Come on, guys.
last little trail, we have some friends hiking with us, going the exact same way we are.
Come on, guys. I gotta go down that way. Can you not?
Horses get right of way. Well, they've just kind of posted up on the trail here. Literally
We're a tenth of a mile.
Tenth of a mile from our destination. And now we have horses in our way. All right, looks like they're gonna let us pass. And we can just be on our way. That's the stallion. Oh, okay. Watch out. Well, looks like they're coming up to the ranger station along with us. And on that note, we finally made it to our destination. 3.5 miles in 80 minutes. So I think we made really good time this morning. We're actually about an hour earlier than the cutoff. So that gives us time to relax and kind of decompress and debrief and watch these horses. Well, we made it back to the dock. We're at the ranger station and the dock where the ferry comes. I'd say all in all, fantastic trip. You know, we ended up covering 25 miles in 3 days. That's a new record for me. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say so.
Yeah, it's a beautiful island. I definitely recommend anyone who finds themselves in this part of the country to come out and take a look, you know. Spend a couple days out here. Go to the beach, go camping. I mean, there's still parts of the island that we didn't get to explore on the far south and far north ends. We just didn't have the time to hike up there and see those things. So I really think it's a beautiful place. It's super unique. Never camped or backpacked in a place like this. We really enjoyed seeing all the wildlife, you know. We saw deer.
Tons of it, yeah.
Yeah, deer, pigs, armadillo, and of course the wild horses.
So many horses.
Yeah, so many horses. We got more horses than we bargained for. When we got here, I was saying, where are the horses? And then I think by the end we saw, I don't know, 30 or 40.
Definitely saw more horses than people.
Yes, yeah, that's another thing. This time of the year we came up here in mid-October, super secluded. If you want to get away from people, looks like this is the place to do it. We barely saw anyone, especially when we went on the backcountry trails. Not a soul. So I think that's going to be it for us. We are waiting on the ferry here, like I said, so we're about to voyage back to the mainland. Hope everybody out there watching gets outside, enjoys themselves. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you next time.